Ladies and gentlemen, given the smog around the capital, it is easy to forget that 5 states in India are in the middle of elections. And election time, as you know, is open season for scandals, for controversies and personal attacks. In under 48 hours, citizens of Madhya Pradesh will be sealing the fate of over 2,500 candidates. It's a state where Shivraj Singh Chauhan has been the chief minister since 2005, except for 2 years in between. Even he would be surprised if he got a walkover. Perhaps why the Prime Minister has led the BJP's campaign in the state. He's been there 9 times, addressed 14 rallies, and these pictures are from yesterday's roadshow in Indore. Now, the fight is predicted to go down the wire, with the Congress under Kamal Nath putting up a very gritty fight. The war of words has been epic and personal. Today, the Gandhi siblings returned fire over the Prime Minister's remarks yesterday, where he had called Ragul Gandhi मूर्खों का सरदार.
नरेंद्र मोदी जी आते हैं, जहां भी जाते हैं मेरे बारे में गलत शब्द प्रयोग करते हैं, गाली देते हैं, मुझे उल्टी सीधी बात करते हैं. अच्छा है, मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. देखिए, मैंने आपको अपना लक्ष्य पहले ही बता दिया. मुझे वो कोई भी नाम बोले, मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. मेरा लक्ष्य है, जितना पैसा नरेंद्र मोदी अदानी को देता है, उतना पैसा मैं गरीबों को दूंगा.
Stepping up the attack and making it personal was Priyanka Gandhi, who called the Prime Minister perpetually upset. And she also said that Shivraj Singh Chauhan, the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, is a big drama queen. Listen.
मोदी जी का क्या कहना? देश के पहले ऐसे प्रधानमंत्री हैं जो परमानेंट अपनी ही पीड़ा में परेशान रहते हैं. कर्नाटका गए, बड़ी लंबी लिस्ट ले गए कि भाई मुझे इतनी गालियां दी हैं. यहाँ भी कहने लगे मुझे इतनी गालियां दी हैं. रोते ही रहते हैं. लगता है आपने वो सलमान खान की पिक्चर देखी है, तेरे नाम? उसमें सलमान खान शुरू से अंत तक रोते ही रहते हैं. मैं तो कहती हूँ मोदी जी के लिए भी पिक्चर बना देते हैं, उसका नाम रखेंगे मेरे नाम.
Priyanka Gandhi also mounted a direct attack on friend turned foe Jyotiraditya Scindia. She said that the aviation minister is short in height but has tall arrogance. She punched further, saying that he had kept the legacy of Scindia's betrayal and backstabbing alive, essentially calling him a traitor. Now, you would probably remember that in 2020, Mr. Scindia had switched over to the BJP from the Congress along with 22 MLAs. It was a move that had toppled the 15-month Kamal Nath-led Congress government in Madhya Pradesh.
हमारे सिंधिया जी जानते हैं, मैंने उनके साथ यूपी में काम किया. क्या है कि कद में थोड़े छोटे पड़ गए हैं, लेकिन अहंकार में तो भाई वाह भाई वाह. वैसे उन्होंने अपने परिवार की परंपरा अच्छे से निभाई है. विश्वासघात तो बहुतों ने किया है, लेकिन इन्होंने ग्वालियर और चंबा की जनता के साथ विश्वासघात किया है. आपके पीठ में छुरा भोंका है, बनी बनाई सरकार को गिरा दिया.
Now, amidst the war of words, the Congress and the BJP are also sparring over the viral video of Agriculture Minister Narendra Tomar's son allegedly talking kickbacks worth 10,000 crores. Today, Chhattisgarh's Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel tweeted out a video alleging that the man who Mr. Tomar's son was having a conversation with is this man. Now, the man in the video is accepting that he has dealings with Devendra Tomar. The Chhattisgarh Chief Minister, who has himself been accused by the BJP of being a direct beneficiary of the Mahadev scam, wants to know if the CBI will probe charges against the Union Minister's son. The Chhattisgarh CM got a rather quick response from the Home Minister himself today. He ate out at Mr. Baghel, saying that he had insulted Lord Mahadev by naming a betting app after him and turning Chhattisgarh into an ATM for the Congress.
जब भी कांग्रेस पार्टी को पैसा चाहिए छत्तीसगढ़ सरकार का कार्ड स्वैप करते थे और अंदर से पैसा कांग्रेस पार्टी को जाता था। हजारों करोड़ रुपए का घपला घोटाला करा, 5,000 करोड़ का महादेव ऐप का घोटाला किया। मोदी जी ने चंद्रयान को चंद्रमा के दक्षिण ध्रुव पर भेजा और जहां पर चंद्रयान उतरा उस पॉइंट का नाम शिव शक्ति पॉइंट रखकर महादेव का सम्मान किया। और इन्होंने क्या करा? इन्होंने क्या करा? सट्टे की ऐप का नाम महादेव रख दिया। अरे भूपेश कक्का, महादेव का अपमान क्यों रख देते हो? भूपेश ऐप रख देते, आप महादेव ऐप क्यों रखे?
My guest this evening, Pankaj Chaturvedi, spokesperson of the BJP, Dr. Anshul Trivedi, spokesperson of the Congress Party, Sandeep Shastri is the national coordinator of the Lokniti Network, and Smita Gupta is a senior journalist. Smita Gupta and Sandeep Shastri, I'd request your patience. Hi, good evening to all of you. I'd request your patience for the next 5 minutes. A quick word with the political spokespersons on the show before I come to you. And I think I should start with Pankaj Chaturvedi. Pankaj Chaturvedi, what will you do with Mr. Devendra Tomar, the son of the agriculture minister, who just by the way is also fighting an election on a BJP ticket from Morena? He's landed the BJP in a big soup.
It's not like that, Shreya, what you are saying. And BJP and Mr. Narendra Singh Tomar, our stand is very clear. This all is fabricated. This all is planned to defame the Bharatiya Janata Party. There is no evidence, and proper FIR has been registered around 10 days back in Morena when the first videos came in the light. And what Congress is saying, कि हम इस वीडियो की पुष्टि नहीं करते. We are not confirming the Congress dialogue, the Congress statement. We are not confirming that this video is right or wrong. Is it fake or fabricated or genuine? Then how they can blame the Bharatiya Janata Party and the leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party? And the Congress
Dr.
Party.
Anshul, जवाब दे दीजिए.
I was just watching Bhupesh Baghel ji. His name was there in Mahadev app. Sharad Soni is openly, categorically, clearly said he has paid more than 500 crore rupees to Mr. Bhupesh Baghel. So there's a saying in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh कि गोबर भी खा गए, शराब भी पी गए, अभी जुए का घोटाला भी किया. So you have done घोटाला everywhere, and you are pointing a finger towards the BJP. That is the strange thing. There is a saying in Hindi कि चोरी और सेना चोरी. It is fit and befitting for the Congress Party what they are doing.
But Mr. Chaturvedi, here the BJP is accusing Mr. Baghel of getting kickbacks worth 500 crore rupees, but the Congress and Mr. Baghel are accusing Mr. Tomar's son of getting kickbacks worth 10,000 crore rupees. अब आप proof की बात करते हैं, fabricated videos की बात करते हैं. Even the other side says that Mr. Shubham Soni's video that the BJP has been making viral across India, that is also fabricated. What should the Janata believe?
Shreya, you are very right. What Narendra Singh Tomar ji has said, he has said a proper inquiry has to be there. He himself has offered the inquiry because BJP want that truth should come out. Who has fabricated all these things? Why these particular videos came few days earlier before the election? This is not a recent video. It is looking an old video. Then what is the purpose of this video? Pure political vendetta, political damage. That is their agenda. That is the idea of the Congress Party, and we call it dirty. Okay. It is the work of dirty tricks department of the Congress Party, because they don't have any points to discuss on development issues. You come and have a discussion on the GDP of the Madhya Pradesh, the per capita income of the Madhya Pradesh, the road structure, the scene of agriculture, the state exchequer, everything. You come on Bijli Sadak Pani, the common issues of the Madhya Pradesh. We have changed. We have turned the Bimaru state as a developed state in last 20 years. Just compare the Madhya Pradesh of 2203 and 2023. A huge difference there. It was known as Bimaru state. Now it is a developed state.
Let Dr. Trivedi now respond to what you are saying, Pankaj Chaturvedi, because I'm sure the Congress has a lot to say as well on the issue of these scams, the Mahadev app scam, and this latest scam by Mr. Tomar's son, alleged scams, of course, which have just cropped up right ahead of the elections. The timing is extremely delicious in timing. We'll talk about that with Smita Gupta in just a bit. But Dr. Trivedi, if you would want to respond, please go ahead.
You see, Mr. Modi has lost all credibility on the plank of corruption. He was accusing Mr. Ajit Pawar of corruption. Now he's in bed with him. He was accusing Hemant Biswa Sharma of corruption. Now he's in his party. He's a chief minister. So Modi has handpicked all the people that he has accused of corruption ever and sustained and perpetuated his power. He has betrayed the common people of India like no one else on the issue of corruption. And today, you see, on the issue of the Mahadev app, what is the basis on which Mr. Amit Shah is saying that Bhupesh Baghel is to be indicted? It's based on a video. But Narendra Singh Tomar's son, he can't be touched. The ED and the CBI has now become a parrot in the hands of the ruling dispensation. It is a pet which is unleashed on the opposition. But when you come to, when issues of corruption of the BJP come to light, no, it's a scandal. It is all a shadyantra. Now, the beauty is that Mr. Prime Minister and the BJP has got no political plank left in Madhya Pradesh. They have got a very strange nara. The slogan for their election is "Guarantee Modi ki, Bharosa Bhajpa ka." So does that mean that there is no Modi pe bharosa and there is no guarantee of Bhajpa? Because Bhajpa has become an organized mafia and Modi is a compulsive liar. What about his guarantee of action on corruption?
Okay.
Narendra Singh Tomar's son will go scot-free. Ajit Pawar's name will be taken away. Hemant Biswa Sharma will be accommodated. And then he will wax eloquent about Modi to bhrashtachar ke khilaf bol raha hai. So see, he has lost all. And what about guarantees? Guarantees is the plank that Mr. Ragul Gandhi has brought to the forefront for the political discourse of India. It's our guarantee model now which he's trying to copy. But I'd like to ask them, in 18 years they were in power. Why didn't they do any? Why didn't they waive off the farm loans? Now, and Shreya, it's very interesting. Now they're saying that they're going to give gas cylinders ₹4.50 in Madhya Pradesh. The beauty is that they could have chosen to give it any which way. Until the Karnataka elections, they were calling these freebies. They were calling these remedies. And now they are shamelessly somersaulting and giving these remedies themselves.
Okay.
So they are morally bankrupt. They are politically bankrupt.
It's election season.
No.
It's election season. We expect, the citizens of this country expect shamelessness from our politicians. ठीक है? Sandeep Shastri, let me get in.
Just
अरे भाई हो गया. Let me get in others also, na?
Yeah, just one thing and I'll finish. When Ragul Gandhi ji said that we'll waive off the loans of the farmers, it's on record. The agriculture minister of Madhya Pradesh, Mr. Kamal Patel, accepted it on the floor of the Vidhan Sabha that 27 lakh farmers benefited from the farm loan waiver. So we don't lie like Mr. Modi. There has never been a liar like Mr. Modi, nor there ever will be. So please don't mix us with him.
अच्छा ठीक है.
हम लोग थोड़े ईमान धर्म वाले लोग हैं.
I'm glad you qualify that with Thode. Sandeep Shastri and Smita Gupta, if you just want to come into this conversation. Sandeep Shastri, the fact is that scams, and we are talking about 2 scams here, right in the middle of elections, they make for great headlines, right? They make for great discussions on television studios. But do they actually make any difference to the voter who is going to stand in line and vote for either the BJP or the Congress in Madhya Pradesh? Or is the Janta fed up and says, "Sab chor hain, ab kya kare? Let's just choose the best of the lot"?
Shreya, let me offer a qualification right in the beginning. I believe in the abiding faith and the unending capacity of the Indian voter. Yes, you may talk of the shamelessness of the political process and the elite, but I think the Indian voter is able to see through all that. Now, accusations, counter-accusations, rhetoric, reality, accountability, assessment, all these are part of the political debate in an election. But at the end of the day, whatever the accusation, whatever the charge, the voter of India will view it from the lens of what she sees on the ground. What is it that the voter is experiencing in their locality? Do they trust the assurances that are given? Time and again, the Indian voter has demonstrated that they are not swayed by promises, but they are convinced by actions on the ground. And election after election, we are seeing this happen. So this talk, counter-talk, accusation, counter-accusation is a nice play, a sideshow if you may. But the voter of India takes her decision. The voter of India decides well before all this campaign begins. Our studies have shown more than 6 of every 10 voters have taken a decision much before all this acrimony starts. So this is a sideshow, maybe a nice entertainment for people, but the fact of who they vote for in an election is defined and decided by what they see visibly on the ground.
So, Smita, I'll ask you, I will not ask you who Madhya Pradesh will vote for, but what is this election pivoted on? Fact is, it was called Kaante Ki Takkar. And I think it's still being viewed as a fight that will go down the wire. How will it play out? What are the factors that will actually, if 6 out of 10 people have already made up their minds in Madhya Pradesh about who they are going to vote for, what is it that they will vote for?
See, we have to remember that in Madhya Pradesh, in the last assembly election, it was actually the Congress party that won the election. And subsequently, a section under Jyotiraditya Scindia left, and therefore, there was a change of government. So in some, Madhya Pradesh is one of the few states in the country where the Congress is in a good position, and the Congress was trying to keep it local, the way they did it in Karnataka. They wanted to bank on their local talent and the kind of promises they made, especially the caste census, promising a caste census and promising to give people benefits depending on their population and according to their socio-economic profile. But the fact is that the BJP looks nervous. It has not named a chief ministerial candidate, even though they have one, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, who was, popularly known as Mama, and, has presided over the state's fortunes for several terms. Secondly, we have seen again, Mr. Narendra Modi is trying to make this election about himself. He has made, I think you listed out how many rallies he has addressed, etc. And the fact that Mr. Modi is directly attacking the Gandhi Gandhis, it means that he wants to keep the election about Modi versus the Gandhis. He doesn't want people to actually examine what happened under Shivraj Singh Chauhan under BJP rule. I mean, otherwise, why would you would want to, present your report card in Madhya Pradesh if you've been in power and say that, we did all these wonderful things and we promised to do so many more. But the fact that he's keeping it at that level would suggest that there is certainly some nervousness. As far as the fact of these mentioning that X is involved in corruption-wise, this is part of the election process. I don't know how much truth there is. There may be a lot of truth in it. And the other thing, of course, we have seen that both the Gandhi siblings are right there. Each has their own particular style, where Ragul Gandhi has sort of tried to ignore, get past what Mr. Modi has said by saying that I don't, mind, you can call me names. All I want to do is to give the people of the country as much money as Mr. Adani has given you, suggesting that, he's above the fray. Priyanka, in her more sort of direct way, has attacked the BJP frontally. She's attacked Jyotiraditya Scindia because Jyotiraditya Scindia, as we know, is, at least he himself definitely thinks he's in the running for chief ministership. So she wants to highlight what he did, that if he could do this to the Congress, maybe he can do this to the BJP later. He's not a man to be trusted in politics. But I would say that this is a very tough fight. But certainly reports have so far suggested that the Congress has an edge. Kamal Nath has been working extremely hard. This will probably, if they win the election, this will be Kamal Nath's probably last term as chief minister there. So it's open, but it is certainly a state where the Congress has a very big stake. So does the BJP, but for the Congress, it's a bigger stake because, they're not strong in too many parts of the country. And it's important for the Congress also, this one last point, because we are not so far away from 2024, the general elections. And we know that in the India coalition, the Congress's performance, not just in Madhya Pradesh, but in the other states, will determine its ability to bargain with its other partners on the number of seats. We have already seen there has been a lot of friction between the Congress party and its allies, some of whom are contesting from Madhya Pradesh also. So this is really a very, very important election for the Congress. I think more important for the Congress than for the BJP.
That's right, in the sense that, there is a bit of a fracture in the India alliance. The Samajwadi Party and Akhilesh Yadav have said all sorts of things to the Congress party. They've called it a betrayal, them not leaving seats for the Samajwadi Party, etc. But Mr. Shastri, I just want to get you back into the conversation, and I want to talk to you about the fatigue factor. Shivraj Singh Chauhan has been the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh since when? Since 2005? Except for 2 years, of course, in the middle. Does that fatigue play any role in how people vote? That, oh God, I've been seeing this guy for the last 15, 18 years, and I think I need a change. Is that how people think? Or will Mr. Modi's charisma override all of that fatigue?
Now, fatigue against a leader comes into play when that leader has not delivered on the ground. If you look at states like Sikkim, you look at states like West Bengal, you look at states like Odisha, you have not had the fatigue factor impacting on the chief minister. By West Bengal, I mean when Jyoti Basu was in power. So it's not automatic that a chief minister who has a longer term necessarily faces a fatigue factor against him. Now, the BJP has chosen a strategy in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh to go into these elections with the national leadership as the focus and not declaring a chief ministerial candidate. Your own sitting chief minister you did not declare, like you did not declare in Karnataka. Even the Congress has done that. In Rajasthan, you have a sitting chief minister, you don't declare the sitting chief minister as your candidate. So parties have their own strategies, and very clearly, the BJP strategy has been to ride the election on the charisma and popularity of the Prime Minister. Experience has shown that this works when the Prime Minister's charisma beyond a shadow of doubt is seen in Lok Sabha elections. But how powerful is it in a state assembly election is also hinging on the fact as to whether the BJP has a visible, credible leader who is projected. And when the opposition has a powerful leader being projected, very often the Prime Minister's name alone does not prove to be sufficient enough for the party to win the election. If I could take a simile, the Prime Minister's campaign in a state assembly election is like the icing on the cake. But the cake needs to be built up by essentially local factors and local leadership. Once that is done, that icing then plays a role. But the icing is no use if there is no base at all.
And that cake had fallen flat for the BJP in Karnataka, and all of us saw that. Pankaj Chaturvedi, is that the reason why the Prime Minister is getting personal with the Gandhis, calling Ragul Gandhi Murkhon ka Sardar?
Minute to reply
that the BJP is nervous, and the Prime Minister wants to make it about himself because he can't make it about Shivraj Singh Chauhan because there's been precious little delivery on the ground.
I will come on it, but before that, I would like to add two things. My friend said that BJP is a shameless party, and we have fulfilled. The Congress has said Congress has fulfilled what they promised. What they promised? हर किसान का कर्जा 10 दिन के भीतर 2 लाख तक कमा, नहीं तो मुख्यमंत्री साहब. Was there a single farmer of Madhya Pradesh who has got the benefit of this 2 lakh farm waiver? Not a single farmer is there. What they promised? 4,000 rupees Berojgari Bhatta, not a single penny has been offered. What they promised? 5 rupees per liter bonus on milk, not a single paisa has been offered. What they promised? 5 rupees per liter deduction on the price of petrol and diesel, they increase the cess. And what Mr. Akhilesh Yadav, their friend, rightly said, they are fraud party. Rest all you explained very well. When their friend is saying they are fraud party, how would the common man can believe on the Congress party? Second thing, Mr. Ragul Gandhi is blaming Adani. Then why, if Adani is not doing the right business practices, then why the government of Rajasthan, why the government of Chhattisgarh, they are taking the investment of Adani? If he is a corrupt man in the view of Rahul Gandhi, in the view of Congress party, then what Mr. Bhupesh Baghel of Chhattisgarh and what Ashok Gehlot of Rajasthan they are doing? Why they are supporting the corrupt man as per the definition of the Rahul Gandhi? Why? What Adani is doing in Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh, if he is not doing right business practices?
Is the Prime Minister making this fight personal? Okay, I'm asking you, is the Prime Minister making this fight personal because he doesn't want the focus to go on what has actually been done on the ground in Madhya Pradesh? I mean, what's the logic of calling someone a political opponent a murkhon ka sardar? He's the Prime Minister of this country, for heaven's sake.
Shreya ji, what Gandhi siblings are doing in Madhya Pradesh. Priyanka ji is saying, Ram ji ka vanvas 13 saal ka tha. That is their knowledge. That's why we call them Chunavi Hindu. What Rahul Gandhi is saying, every mobile in India is made in China. It is very shameful. He don't know India is the second largest producer of the mobile across the globe. That is the knowledge of the Rahul Gandhi. You just see the knowledge of the Priyanka Gandhi. They talk a lot about Lord Ram. And they don't know what was the tenure of the Vanvas. Was it 14 years or 13 years? So inko kya bolenge? What the people will call them? And this is not the first time that this Gandhi sibling has done these kind of mistakes while their political campaign. It is they are habitual offender of doing false promises, making false commitment, giving false figure, giving false information. That is their pattern of politics. That's why I told, where are your promises? Why Rahul Gandhi has just visited twice or thrice to the Madhya Pradesh? Because he was feeling ashamed. Because his promises was not fulfilled. And Akhilesh Yadav ji rightly said, Congress is a fraud party doing fraud political practices. And that is the real face of the Congress party. They have made 97
Dr.
promises.
Anshul can respond. Dr. Anshul can respond. Anshul can respond, but Priyanka Gandhi is constantly talking about 225 scams in Madhya Pradesh in 220 days, only 21 naukris, government naukris being given to people in Madhya Pradesh in 3 years, etc. So it's a question about everyone not keeping promises. Anyhow, Dr. Zubedi, please respond.
The Prime Minister must keep away in his own best interest from the judging the intellectual levels of his opponents. He has said on record that मैंने जब एयर स्ट्राइक करी तो मुझे लगा बादल हैं तो रेडार में प्लेन नहीं दिखेगा इसलिए मैंने स्ट्राइक कर दी and this is not an edited video, so he should not venture into that territory. He is a certified low IQ man. Now secondly, what I want to say is that Mr. Modi is very comfortable when everything is personal, it's not about policy. My dear friend did not mention anything about what the agriculture minister of his own government said, that karza of 29 lakh people, farmers was waived. Now he's saying कि उसका जो agriculture minister है वो झूठा है. तो ठीक है, Mr. Chaturvedi thinks that बीजेपी वाले झूठ बोलते हैं, वो विधानसभा में भी झूठ बोलते हैं. And now everyone knows this in Madhya Pradesh, and that is why Shivraj Singh Chauhan is not being projected as the CM face. यदि इतना अच्छा काम किया होता तो फिर से बोलते ना फिर एक बार शिवराज सिंह चौहान की सरकार. He has lost the confidence of his own party. जिस पार्टी को अपने सीएम पे भरोसा नहीं है, जिस सीएम पर एक पार्टी को ही भरोसा नहीं है, उस पर जनता को क्या भरोसा होगा? फिर बोले हैं मोदी जी को. मोदी जी तो कर्नाटका में भी हार के गए. And what about this charisma? He lost. He came. He campaigned in Madhya Pradesh, and he was rejected by the people of Madhya Pradesh. If that Scindia fellow had not deserted and वो बिका नहीं होता तो अभी भी हम लोग की सरकार होती. तो you see, they have lost all moral authority to speak, and they have no political plan. I'll tell you, we released our agenda, our guarantees in June, 6 months ago. And that has been a constant centerpiece of our campaign. When did BJP launch its manifesto? 2 days before Diwali, when the campaign is about to be over. And in which I must say that Ladli Behna ka koi zikr nahi hai. The CM kept on saying कि मैं लाडली बहना को 3,000
I'll say this.
And the manifesto has no mention of it. So, it's very difficult. It is easy
I'll say this.
to fight against opponents who are, who have some moral, some kind of थोड़ा सच बोलते हैं. ये जो विशुद्ध झूठे लोग हैं, इनसे लड़ना बड़ा मुश्किल है. और लेकिन अभी अपने झूठ के जाल में फंस गए. तो मैं ये बोलना चाहता हूँ कि गारंटी और भरोसा ना
डॉक्टर त्रिवेदी एंड
ना मोदी पे भरोसा ना
it's 8:32. I think we'll wrap the discussion here, but I will end with what Mr. Shastri has said. जनता है, सब जानती है. अच्छा चलिए 20 seconds. Go ahead. I know what you're showing us, but go ahead. Tell the viewers.
लाडली बहना is mentioned
रुक
over
जा.
here. It's mentioned over here. It's mentioned over here. It's not like Congress.
आपके मैनिफेस्टो में नहीं है. आपके मैनिफेस्टो में नहीं है. ये बाद में निकाल के लाए हो.
It is manifesto.
तो शर्म किया करो यार.
It is mentioned over here. It is mentioned over here.
भूल जाते हो क्या क्या झूठ
हो गया.
Have people has gone blind?
हो गया. आज बहुत लड़ाई हो गई है.
Have people has gone blind?
खत्म.
Gentlemen, हो गया. Time to Smita ji and Shastri ji have to go for dinner. We'll have to leave them. खाने का टाइम हो गया, घर जाने का टाइम हो गया. Thank you very much, Pankaj Chaturvedi, Anshul Trivedi, Sandeep Shastri, and Smita Gupta for joining us on the broadcast. Thank you very much indeed. With that, I'm slipping into a quick break on the show. Up next, we are talking about Delhi's pollution and the optics that surround it. Do stay with us.